All right, I'm going to go ahead and go live so that I know that it's like I can just get it. I don't know what happened last time.
I'm at a ball field, so if I stay unmuted, you are going to hear me.
Yeah.
Hear
Okay.
everything around me. So I'll probably stay muted.
Okay.
Are we live?
No, no, not yet. I'm trying to get it right now.
I was going to say we can start introducing ourselves, but
I'll try to stay unmuted as much as I can, but I have kids in the house and
That's okay.
Where are you putting this one live, Bash?
So I'm gonna put it live on the Coaching Collective page, but then I will share it to the event that's not the UK event, like the other event. All right. All right, I'm pushed go live. And I will tell you guys once it's in the event. All right. Okay. Yep. Okay, guys. Sorry, it's a little slow.
it says live on Facebook in the corner. Are we live?
Okay, so now I am posting it in the event. Okay. And then I just want to make sure. All right, so welcome to our live virtual What is Coaching event. I'm super excited that you guys are here. I am just going to make sure that we are good because we just kind of shared a second ago to our friends across the pond in the UK because we are expanding there. And we had some technical difficulties and they could not hear us. Like it glitched out. So I'm going to check this. While I'm doing that, why don't you all introduce yourselves? I can tell you this is a group of health and fitness coaches, and we all have our own businesses and lead our own teams, but we've come together because we were like, we don't want to compete. We want to work together. We want to get further. Like, we're really busy people. And if you've ever worked alone and felt isolated, or like you have to look over your back and you can't share or really ask questions because nobody's going to give you the real deal, it's not cool. And so we came together, and because we came together, we have been an elite team in this business that we have 2 years in a row, which is pretty incredible. So Whoever wants to start, I'm just going to check and make sure we're good technically.
I'll go first. My name is Helen Morrison, and I live in Scottsdale, Arizona. I am a wife and a mom. I have a 2-year-old little boy named Maverick, and I am pregnant. I'm due in about 2 weeks with a little girl. My husband is a pilot. He's gone every other week, so I hold down the fort at home. And I also have been a health and fitness professional for 10 years. I've been teaching mostly yoga, but also some cycling and bar classes as well. And so I do have a background in health and fitness, and that's kind of how I found this. It's a little different than most people who are coaching. But anyway, that's me.
Hi, I'm Bryn, and I'm in Texas, and I have 3 littles, 6, 5, and 2, and I have the opportunity to stay home with them and also homeschool part-time. And I have been a Beachbody coach for almost a year, and it's been great getting to know everyone and work together.
Hi, I'm Susan Meehan, and I live in Dayton, Ohio. And as you can see, you can coach from anywhere, even the ball field. And I am the wife of Jason, and I have 2 kids, Caroline and Landon. They are 13 and 11. And I am a hairdresser, kind of part-time, full-time. With coaching, I'm able to lessen my days, so I would say more part-time now. But yeah, that's my life.
Did everybody go? Yeah, go.
Or Sarah. Sarah, did you? Okay. Hey guys, I'm Kelly. I am married to my husband, Steve. He coaches with me as well. He's actually on the phone outside of our minivan right now talking to one of the guys he works with. And then my kids, Maddox, he's 6, and Merritt is 4. And I homeschool them, and we live in Emerald Isle, North Carolina. So, yep, that's a little bit about me. And I'm Sarah in Naples, Florida, and I'm a new coach. And I come from a government background, and now I homeschool our tiny little kids. And I'm a huge fan of Beachbody, and I love this company, and I'm so happy to be here. So I'm new, but I'm really excited to be here.
And can everybody, okay, so you guys, if I was like making weird faces with my phone and everything, it's because we had some glitches a second ago when we were talking to our UK friends, and I just don't want that to happen again. So I think we're okay, but if you all are on, can you just, in the comments, can you just say like, yeah, this is good, we're good to go, and just introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about who you are. Yay, Lydia says it's working. Lydia, now we want to hear about you all. If you guys are a mom, we want to see your emojis. Like, how many kids do you have? We have to put like the little emojis. If you're a dog mom or a cat mom, any cat moms there? Do any of you guys have cats? No?
No.
Yeah, I'm
No.
not a
Dog all the way.
Me too. I'm not a cat person, but I do love some cat people, okay? So maybe don't love cats. Okay, cool. Everyone's saying it's working, but I do want you guys to introduce yourself because it's just helpful to know, like, how many of you, work? How many of you do have kids? How many of you are single and ready to mingle? I am like the opposite of single and ready to mingle. I have 5 kids. My name is Ash. My husband is an ICU nurse, so weird schedule. I was a professional photographer for 10 years. So I come from a really, kind of creative background. And man, the reason I fell in love with health and fitness coaching, I'm gonna let you know. Probably the top 3 things that kind of like quickly evolved was, number 1, I was like, I want to get in shape, and I will not do this for me, because every time as a mom, when I was younger, sports, dance, working out, everything. But once I was a mom, I was like, I don't have time. I have to work. I have to take care of my kids. I wouldn't do it for me. I wanted the results, but I just wouldn't do it for me. But I knew I would show up for you. I knew I would show up for other people and helping them with their goals. So that's why I fell in love with coaching. And then quickly it just evolved to just helping people, and honestly, like the lifestyle, that I can do it. I don't have to shoot weddings on the weekends or meet with clients and shoot portraits at night. I get to do it around my schedule. My kids are taking a nap right now. How many of you right here are like nap time hustle? I feel like that's a lot of us have littles. Helen has like crushed this business with a nap time hustle. Okay, so first question is, what I think people showed up to be like, what in the heck does a coach do? What I mean, like, you know, you see us like posting sweaty selfies, and what do we do? Anybody want to take that one?
So I'll go. In essence, basically, the short answer is that as a coach, you are working to become the best version of yourself when it comes to health, nutrition, fitness, and you're helping others do the same. So in a little bit of an expanded version, the actual work is that every single month we all host online health and fitness groups. We call them challenge groups, where we have our clients or our customers. We utilize a private app, so everything's private and kind of personal that way. And we are basically posting daily. You can schedule your posts in advance, though, just so you know, so you don't have to be posting daily, literally. But we basically set up the group for the month. So there's daily posts, accountability, encouragement, information, support, and we're kind of just leading men and women on a journey to overcome obesity, to get off medication, to make improvements in their health, nutrition, or maybe if they're already into health and nutrition and they're just looking to improve their physique and get fit. We basically just have a whole bunch of tools at our disposal through this company that we can utilize in any way that we want in our groups. And all of us really do host the groups in very unique ways. Like I said, I'm having baby in 2 weeks. My next group is going to be for postpartum moms and really honing in on what does health and nutrition fitness look like for a mom postpartum. And I know there have been other women in the groups who've done just fun health and fitness challenges, you know, mascara and muscles, or, you know, whatever it is that you love. If you want to do a group focused on gut health, you can do that. You really have the freedom to make this whatever you want it to be. There's no prescription you have to follow, but there are a ton of resources and tools that you can use to make it super easy for you. So like I said, you're basically just taking a month to encourage, challenge, and support other men and women on their journey, while at the same time sticking to it for yourself too. So that's just kind of in a nutshell what we do as a coach.
Yeah, it looks different for everybody, but I mean, it's basically a lot of online support, even though it could be in person. I think most of us, how many of you guys would say most of your business is virtual?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I would like it to be more local, but that's like a business goal of mine. What about, here's a good one. How much time does this take? People want to know, you know, like, is this like a full-time job, or is this like a little side job or a hobby? Like, anybody want to?
You can definitely put in as much as you want, but really it's about an hour a day. I know for me, that's what I can do most days. Some days I am able to up it, but the focus is during that time to get a strong power hour in. And that's just following a step-by-step checklist to make sure you're covering your bases, to touch on a little bit of every aspect within the business. And so for some people, it's easiest to get that done first thing in the morning before they start their day. Some people, it's a quick nap time hustle like Helen does a lot, or even when you put the kids to bed. So some people, it's finding different pockets of time during the day. So it might be 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there. So the great thing is it's flexible to your life, and you can just make it work with your schedule, just being intentional when you are spending the time on the business, that you're knocking out those steps to make sure you're being the most productive in that time you have allotted.
And okay, so Bryn works about an hour a day. I work a lot more. I probably work 4 to 6 hours a day. Like, I basically do this, but there's days where I struggle to get anything, in, and I have to really discipline myself to wake up early. Real quick, the rest of you, like, about how many hours a day do you feel like what you put in, you get out? It's like showing up to any other job. Like you're not going to, get paid. You're not going to make six figures if you, in 2 years, I was able to make six figures in about 18 months, but I worked full time on it. So it's kind of like, do you want to make six figures in 2 years or 5 years? Real quick, like approximate hours, I don't know, a day or week?
I would say I do probably like a day, 2 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that's different aspects of the business that I'm working on.
And you work outside the home.
Yeah, and I work as a hairdresser. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that I put in between 1 and 3 right now because I'm pregnant. My nap time hustle has turned into nap time for me. So it's a little less, but you work in the cracks of your day too. So 5 minutes here and there when my son is occupied, I'm able to respond to some texts or, check in with my customers and people in my groups. But then I try, whether it's during nap time or a little bit of time right before I go to bed, to put in at least an hour. So that's kind of what I do right now. And I am making between $3,500 and $4,000 a month. And I've been doing this for 2 years this month.
And actually, my goal is 12 to 15 hours a week. So each day is a little different. I know for me, I'm able on Tuesdays to block 3 hours. But most other days, it's going to be spread out or with an hour here, hour there.
Yeah, you can kind of chunk your time. I think a lot of work, moms do that. What about you, Sarah, Kelly? What would you feel like? Shoot, Kelly kind of froze up. Kelly?
I think I'm going to interrupt. Is that okay?
Yeah. Just kind of coming in. Okay.
I don't know if I want to.
No, just go.
I'm a hobby coach, and so I'm a hobby coach with an 18-month-old son who thinks that the coolest thing in the world is to bang on mommy's laptop. So I have a couple of minutes of time in the morning, a couple of minutes in the evening. I have a couple of minutes during nap time, but there might be a day I don't get to it. I might try to do 4 or 5 hours a week, and like everybody has said, you get out of there what you put into it. And I'm really looking forward to the time where I have a couple of hours at a time to devote to it. But until then, I'm really thrilled with what I can accomplish in just a couple of minutes here and there. So if you're concerned about time and not being able to commit to it, you can definitely shock yourself with how much you can accomplish with a small amount of time and really just change your whole life with a large amount if you have it to give. So
for most people, it's you start out like less time and balancing the rest of you have, and then you just keep working, and as your income grows, maybe you get a babysitter to help, or maybe you're able to leave your other job over a couple of years, and then your time expands. So it's kind of like working on the side for your fortune while you're plugging away and you've got your main gig going. Kelly, you froze for a second, but I can hear you now. So real quick. Unmute. Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I had bad service. We're traveling right now, so that's why it's like a little crazy. But I used to only be able to work like a few hours a week. Like I'm talking 5 to 7 hours a week tops. And now I'm transitioning in being able to transition into working more full time. So, and I full time with homeschooling kids and still, but yeah, more full time hours.
And it flows kind of like with seasons of life. So here's I think something that a lot of people, when they're watching, I feel like there's kind of 2 camps of people. One is that you are a fitness or nutrition professional. Like you have that background, maybe you're currently doing it and you're thinking, I don't really see, I don't want to switch to this camp. I don't really see how this can go with what I'm doing. And then the other camp is, no, I don't know anything. So I know Helen, you are you're legit, you're too legit to quit. You are in, you have a lot of experience in fitness and nutrition. Is this a joke? Can this work with what you're doing? Do you have to, cross over to this, or can you kind of?
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been teaching yoga for 10 years, and then in the mix of that threw in bar and cycling. I also grew up with a mom who is a health coach and still is a health coach, but she just meets with people one-on-one, and now she went back to school to become a naturopath as well. So I kind of watched what it looked like to have your own health and fitness business my entire life. She's been doing this for 35 years. But she just charges individuals for the one-on-one time, and that's her income. That's all that it's ever been, and it's never grown past whatever the individual is paying her. So when I first heard about this opportunity, I thought to myself, okay, with the compensation plan, this is set up in such a way that whatever I do will continue to build and compound year after year after year. And if my mom had something like this 35 years ago that she had committed to, and all this time had been building for 35 years, her income would be much higher. And she even advised me, you really should get connected to something where you have a network of people and a team of people you're working with, so that it takes some of the work off of you and multiplies your income more than you ever could on your own. So like I said, I had been teaching fitness classes, and if you teach fitness classes, you can make between $30 and $50 a class, depending where you are. And you have time in between classes, travel time in between gyms, things like that. You have private clients, but you've got to pay a studio fee wherever you're training them. There's all kinds of, aspects that make it really hard to earn more than $2,000 a month if you're teaching full time. And that's like wearing your body out to the max, teaching 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. because classes are spread out and you have breaks in between. And so as a new mom, I had just had a baby when I started coaching, and I was dragging him back and forth, trying to make ends meet because I had to quit my full-time job so I could be home with him. I used to be a school teacher, and taught yoga on the side. So I was basically teaching what is considered a full-time fitness schedule, and it was just really exhausting with a new baby. And when I heard about this opportunity, I thought, okay, well, I might as well try it. There's not really any risk, and if it doesn't work out, okay, so I gave it a try. And as soon as I got started, I had a really big start right away. I think in the first couple of weeks, I made about $1,400 in about 2 weeks. And so my encouragement to you, if you are a health and fitness professional already, is that basically if you have this business at your fingertips waiting for you, you in essence probably have a couple $1,000s waiting at your fingertips for you to get started and just put your first invite out there. I have a few other women who just joined my team this week who are also nutritional. One's a nutritional, has a degree in nutrition, and the other was a yoga instructor with me as well. And they kind of had the same experience. They got started and instantly had a lot of people who were already kind of following them and wanting their support reach out and say, yes, me, please, me. And so if you're already a fitness professional or health professional, there are already people who trust you, who are looking to you for support. They're just waiting for you to organize something like this and to get started. And so that's what I found. And it was pretty incredible. I was kind of shocked and didn't expect that. But now I know that that's how it works. So if you already are in this world, you're a blogger, you're a dietitian, you're whatever you are in the health and fitness world, in essence, saying no to this business is just saying no to doubling, tripling, quadrupling your income potential and cutting your work in half, because you don't have to meet with everyone one-on-one to build your income. You basically now, you can do it in a group, you can support a lot more people, and you have a lot more tools that you don't have to come up with. So I could have reinvented the wheel. I could have wrote out all my own plans and programs and systems, but it would have taken me a really long time. And just to give you one quick example, I had a friend who is a registered dietitian, and she and I basically both started health coaching online at the same time. I started connecting with Beachbody at that time, and she started going out on her own privately. Well, for about a year, she worked on her website, she worked on her system, she worked on her meal plan, she worked on all these aspects that I had at my fingertips as soon as I said yes. And while she did that, I was earning income, at least, in my first year, between $1,200 and $1,500 every month. And then once she finally got started, she probably tried it out for about 6 months. Whereas I was able to charge, my clients basically are getting a year of health coaching for $160. She was charging about $800 for the month. She had a very difficult time to get anybody going. And within about 6 months, she ended up quitting and going back to work for someone else's company as, at a desk, meeting with people that they brought in, getting paid a minimal salary. So I'm just giving you that example to kind of encourage you to keep an open mind, even though you might think this is below you if you're already a professional, because there are people out there who have no background and then are doing this. If anything, it just gives you an edge. It gives you an opportunity to rise to the top quicker and to, like I said, you already have people waiting in the wings for your support. And now you're able to help people at a cost that's more affordable. And so not only then do you make more money, but you help more people because more people can access your services. Not everybody can afford $800 a month, but almost everybody can afford, $12 a month, which is, if you break down the year, about what it's going to cost them. So I love what this has given me the opportunity to do. I love the results that I've seen people get. And I think that I've pretty much just taken, Beachbody, all the tools, and added them to my repertoire of what I already do. I don't necessarily go around saying I'm a Beachbody coach. I am a health and fitness coach, a health and fitness professional, and I utilize these tools. And because of that, my income has tripled what it was just teaching fitness classes. And now I still teach because I love it. But I only teach 3 classes a week, which is super manageable for me and my son and my baby on the way. And it also allows me as a mom to get out of the house. So it's a great bonus. But ultimately, my passion is this online coaching because I've seen people's lives completely transformed. Whereas in classes, people come and they have fun and maybe they get stronger, more flexible. But the body transformations, the life transformations that have happened through online coaching have been incredible. So I really encourage you to look into this more, give it a try. Even if you're not here because I invited you, but you have questions for me because I'm in health and fitness, please ask. I'm happy to help and share my experience. So there you go.
And I can say this, and I think everybody that's on this, chat can say, like, Helen's not successful, sorry, Helen, because you're a health and fitness professional. It's because she hustles. Like, she works so hard. And just like focused. So if you're like listening and you're thinking, so I'm not going to have a boost. I'm not going to have a leg up. I can say, like, you can create that just by working hard and focused. How many of, the rest of us 5 were fitness professionals. So like Helen's absolutely right. Like, if you have an audience, that are the things that make you successful are growth and people to know, like, and trust you. So people already knew and trusted Helen because she had a network and she had built their trust by sharing this. But how many of the rest of you had any training or experience in fitness or nutrition? I didn't. Brent says 0. No, we didn't. And so you don't have to. So can any of you share your perspective as wait, do I have to be ripped with a 6-pack to help people? Or do I have to wait for my transformation to start? I hear people say, well, I want to wait till I get a transformation and in order to start coaching. Anybody? Sarah's like, no, that's not the truth.
No, don't wait for your transformation. Yeah. No, to go back to an earlier question, which is what do Beachbody coaches do? We're cheerleaders. Ashley was my coach and my cheerleader before I became a coach. And originally I came to Ashley because I had some weight to lose. I had a lot of weight to lose, actually. And Ashley cheered me on through a really, really hard time in my life where a year ago I hurt my back. And that's it was really ugly. I ruptured the 2 lowest discs in my back, above my tailbone, and then the 2 above those were really badly bulging. And I couldn't walk or pick up my legs or pick up my baby or go to the bathroom alone. And I had 2 months of physical therapy where I was doing all the same exercises that I did through Beachbody On Demand, which I think we've talked about is it's like Netflix for workouts. And I had already been doing all these exercises. So when my physical therapy ended and the therapists who I had spent a lot of money to see said, just keep doing these exercises at home. And I know myself so well. I knew I was not going to come home and do planks just because. So I came back and I reconnected with Ashley because I'd fallen off the wagon with fitness and nutrition, and I was not taking care of myself. And mentally, I was in a really bad place because I had been through just so much pain. I don't know. I'm sure there are other people out there, and that's part of why I became a coach, is because I have been through just enormous amounts of pain, and I wanted to be there to cheer somebody else on. And coaches are cheerleaders, and I wanted to be available for other people who were going through hard things to tell you, oh my gosh, you're not alone. And you can beat this one way or another. You can find a way to conquer. And that's what coaches do if you're struggling with fitness, or you're struggling with weight loss, or you're struggling with depression, or whatever it is that's your monster that you're trying to tackle to the ground. Beachbody has a home and a team for you. And this Thrive team has been such an amazing place where I have been encouraged in every possible way. And I've had people there at every turn with all of the things that I've struggled with. So I'm a hobby coach. I don't do a whole lot of work, but the little work that I do, I know is really rewarding for me personally, and really rewarding for the people around me that I'm able to work with. So I'm not a coach. I'm not a fitness professional. I came from like a government background, so this is all very new to me, but I'm really passionate about it. And
we all have our own story, you know, and like, that's who you help. You help people like you. Like when Helen came on, she's like, I'm talking to the health and fitness people. But like the funny thing is that her two teammates that are like directly her like coaches that she mentors right now, Susan and Bryn that are here, like they didn't come from health and fitness. Like you guys both wanted to get fit and healthy, right? And
absolutely. Yeah.
So to each one reach one, you know what I mean? Like we each have our own story. And what I found is I didn't have health and fitness background, but Helen is like, I mentor her in the business. And so some of you might, like, you're just going to help different types of people. And it's more about paying it forward. And we can only do this much alone, help this many people, but together we can help so many people. Okay. So we kind of talked about fears, like, what do I do? And if I'm already into health, and like I'm already a fitness and nutrition professional, like how does this fit in? Or what if I don't have any background? How can I actually make a business out of this or help people? What about another type of paralyzing fear? I don't know how to run a business. Like, what do I do? I don't know how to do social media. I don't post Nope, you're not going to play. My son wants to play a game on the phone. Not going to happen. Okay. Doesn't even know the password. What would you say to people that are freaked out by the idea of running a business, having like posting things on social media, like they feel like their pictures aren't good, they don't know what to say? Anybody have any?
I will.
Go ahead.
I'll say, for me, I think when I got into it, like I said, I was not a selfie person. Like I posted things, just randomly funny things because that's just my personality. But when I got into this, I realized that to reach people and for people to know what I'm doing, I had to put myself out there. And the first time I posted my transformation pictures, like I wanted to get like sick. But the outpouring and the people that didn't know what I had done, when they found out what I had done, they were like, I want to do that. I want to do that. And I literally fell into coaching because I had people who wanted to feel good like I did, who wanted to get results like I had. And I literally fell into coaching like that. So I was not, my husband and I owned a gym, but we were not trainers. I mean, we were business owners. So I would say, and I'm a hairdresser, so I've ran my own business for years. We were more in the business side of it, not health side, but we've always wanted to be in the health arena. But more than that, I think we've always wanted to help people. Mm-hmm. So a coach doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a health or a nutrition and fitness background. It just means that you're learning as you go, and you're learning about nutrition, you're learning about fitness because you've done it, and I think for me, that to me is what a coach is, somebody who's compassionate about what you're going through, other people are going through, because not everybody is fit and not everybody knows about nutrition. And so to help people where they are is something that I'm just passionate about and I love. So I guess I would say that I could understand that side of it, Mm-hmm. And the social media thing was very scary for me. But if I know that I'm helping people, I can put stuff out there. And that's just where our business is kind of ran, is through social media. And so many people are on social media, and there's a lot of negativity, and we bring a lot of positivity to it. You know, I mean, who doesn't want to see pictures of your kids and, oh, sorry, motorcycle just went by. And positivity and success. Like, who doesn't want to see that? And so I got over that really quick. And, you know, if those people don't want to be friends with me on Facebook or whatever, then they don't have to follow me. But that's okay, because there's, for one that doesn't, there's 10 that do. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I think the number one thing that leads to success in this business, and we're going to talk in a second about like how you actually make money, but the number one thing that leads to success is people seeing you grow, like just growth. And that can be like, oh, you know, they are growing in their business, or, oh, they have a physical transformation, or, oh, they are a nicer person. Like, oh, they are more patient. You know what I mean? They have a light about them. Kelly, I was just thinking, it just like made me laugh. We're talking like business. What do I have to know? That right after you decided like, okay, I'm going to coach, you and Steve got that job at the camp. And so you were like running business off the phone. And so you guys, people are like hopping off because Helen had to go get her son Maverick, and Susan's phone just died, and Sarah had to, I think, go to church. So they're not like, peace out. Like, this is how you work in the cracks, right? Like, this is how we work as a team, and don't worry. But anyway, like, you have definitely built your business like kind of from your phone in really not so easy circumstances. Can you share about that, and then family and how you just do it all?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for fitting it in the cracks, like you can see I'm sitting in the minivan right now. I once again kicked my family out so that I could be on the call because my kids were talking too much. I was like telling my husband, like, get them out. They're so loud. But the cool thing is we're traveling right now, and I can work while we're traveling. Like, my husband was just talking to one of his clients, you know, from our health coaching business on the phone out in a parking lot at a gas station, because we went to a sheep festival today, but we could, you know, we took it. But when I first started, it was really odd circumstances. We were working at a summer camp, and we didn't have Wi-Fi, and I was working full time as like the camp nurse, and I'm not even a nurse, which is totally crazy. So I built my business from my cell phone, and I would try to go at least like once a week on the weekend, because we didn't work on the weekend, to a coffee shop for, you know, a couple hours to like get some computer time, because it's, you know, you can build your business mostly off a cell phone, but I was trying to work on some projects, so I needed a computer for that. But I did that, and I built to, you know, a great solid business. Then my husband got a job pastoring, and so I've been a coach for over 2 years now. And so my husband was a children's pastor, so we were running a children's ministry, and that is very full-time. If you've ever been in ministry, it's just all consuming. And so I was just working and fitting it in. And I mean, I homeschool my kids as well. If you don't remember me saying that, we have a lot going on in our lives, but the thing is I can work whenever I want to. I fit it in during nap time, just here and there. I could rarely work on the weekends because we were at church the whole time, but I made it work, and I've sustained what I had built, you know, at a summer camp. I've been able to sustain that and sustain my health during that time. And so now we actually got into a situation where my husband's job transitioned, and he lost his job. And it was in a matter of a week that he lost his job, and we had to move. So we had to pack up a house, move, and we moved up to North Carolina. And so if it was not for this business that I had built from, you know, like sitting next to pigs when I was very first starting at a summer camp, I mean, I literally have the picture, you guys, on Facebook. I know. But I built my business there, and I've been able to sustain it to the point where if I would not have had this, we would have been in big trouble. Mm-hmm. Like, we went from having a full-time salaried income from my husband to nothing. And so now my husband's working with me. He's working part-time as a trainer at a gym in his hometown. We moved back, and it's even though it was a change, I still had this business and I had built it to this point where it's able to sustain us. And I do think it's better now, honestly, because it kind of gave me that push to be able, now I can work full time other than homeschooling. We're able to travel. Like here we are on a weekend, you know, getting to travel, and we would never be able to do that before. And so, you know, it's just brought a lot of freedom and obviously income to have freedom to our lives.
Yeah, that's Kelly's life is fun to follow, and how it's
crazy.
just changed a lot in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
But, you know, I hope you guys can feel the love we have for each other. Like, we didn't know each other like we do. I didn't know Bryn. Like, most of the, you know, ladies that was on here were on here a second ago. Like, we didn't know. Kelly and I met for like a second before I lived where she lived, and then I moved. And now, like, we're like best friends. And because of Beachbody, you guys, we get to go on vacations with each other, like, all the time. So super, super fun. Okay, so let's go, because I want to honor everybody's time and just talk about, like, how do we actually make money? So Kelly was talking about, you know, how this income was able to kind of transition with her. So, you know, one of the reasons is because it's flexible and you can work from anywhere. When I was a photographer and we moved our family from Florida, where we both used to live, to South Carolina, I had to shut down my photography business. You can't just like pick up and go. It's like if you're a hairdresser, you know, you can get a job somewhere else, but you have to start over. If you've got a business, you can't just do that. So with this business, you can live anywhere and do it. But the other thing about like that is that Kelly was earning residual income while she's been in this transition. So the three main ways there's like a lot of ways we can earn income, but the three main ways are commission. So commission, we earn 25% to 35% income. And I know I just got this question actually in a text, like, how do you make money? How much commission do you make? So 25% to 35%. So that's forever from the beginning. I know in some network marketing businesses, you like only earn product at the beginning, and then you can earn a little bit more commission and a little bit more from the very day one. Like literally you sign up and you'll get a paid check that first like pay period, which we get paid every Thursday. And you would make commission on anything that you sold, anything that your clients purchased. And so we're really big on this healthy formula, to where we believe everybody, to live a really healthy life, needs nutrition that's very clean, the right portions, and what their body needs, like fills in the gaps, smooth over the, you know, the holes, but clean nutrition that's like a lot of quality control. Fitness that's efficient, that is doable for the busy person. This is fitness that you can't. So our nutrition is things like teaching macros and portion control through color-coded containers. So we're not focused on calories, because let me just tell you, I've done diets. I'm guessing you guys have too. Like, any of you watching this, comment if you have done a diet where you were looking at points for calories and you found yourself getting sugar-free pudding pot. Like I would get like sugar-free fudgesicles or like pudding or weird stuff so that I would get the right points. I'd be like, no oil, because that's 2 points, you know, even though olive oil and healthy fats are so good for you. We don't focus on that. We focus on clean nutrition, the right portions for your goals. And we teach our clients that. And you don't have to as a coach, you don't even have to there's videos that literally teach it. You hook them up with the tools. So nutrition, fitness, we have, like Sarah mentioned, Netflix for fitness is kind of the idea. Over 40 different full fitness programs with the nutrition. It's got a calendar. It's got all of they just log in. It's all streaming. So that's how we help people with the fitness. You don't have to make up your plans. Like Helen said, you don't have to go and do exercises. You just listen to their needs, their wants, what goals they have, and you get to know the fitness programs, and you hook them up with the right one. And they have a year subscription. So when they finish one, let's say maybe it's a 30-day program, maybe it's a 90-day program. When they finish one, you reassess and you go to the next one. And we have programs as short as 10 minutes. There's one, but the most that people really love are 22 to 30 minutes. We do have longer ones, but they get crazy, crazy good results. And then the third part of the healthy formula is support and accountability. And that's really what we offer as coaches. So anytime you help somebody with the nutrition, my son's upset with the phone. Okay. I deleted Dragon City. What's a game?
How dare you? How dare you?
I guess he did know the password. Okay. If you can hang on, we'll get Dragon City in a second. Okay. All right. You know what, Bryn or Kelly? Can you share?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. I think we're gonna be good. It's literally like this little game where you feed dragons, and I was so sick of him stealing my phone that I deleted it. Okay, guys.
Real life, though. Real life. Welcome to coaching.
No matter what I do, it's like, this is what it is. But let me tell you, if I was like trying to talk to one of our wedding clients about their wedding and this happened, I would be sweating bullets, like want to throw up. But it's not ideal, but this is how it's real. The next way is residual income. So after somebody, let's say, our superfood nutrition shake, it's called Shakeology, and it's the bomb, right, ladies? Like, it's so good. It's so good. And so that's one of the things our clients are like addicted to, because it makes them feel so good. It changes their health, changes their body. And so most of them have that on home direct, so auto ship. So every month that they want to continue with auto ship, they can cancel at any time. You get that 25% commission. So it's like $32 that you would get. It's okay, baby. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry for ruining your video. Teaching my kids, they're learning how to be an entrepreneur. Every month you'll get $32. So like, let's say you had 5 people decide they want to try Shakeology month 1. Then the next month, if all 5 wanted to continue on auto ship, you would make $32 times 5. So what is that, like 160, 70 something, plus anything new that came in. So like, we're all sitting here, we probably just got paid today, like made money. But I mean, I haven't done a bunch of work today, but it's residual. So that's residual. And then the last way is by building a team. And this is the way that I have made 6 figures. This is the way that Helen was saying she's making like $2,000 to $4,000 a week or a month. That's the way she's mainly done it, is by building a team. And so when you build a team, it's basically like having a franchise, but we're not taking money from the coaches that we mentor. So we don't get like this giant bonus if you decide to become a coach on our team. We don't get some big bonus. Like, we're not trying to help you decide about coaching so that we can get a big bonus. The only way that we earn income is if our coaches become successful. And that's up to them. That's really up to them. But it does keep us on top of our game, offering training calls, offering new coach, and we have an app that there's training, support. You can text us, message us, whatever. Like, we are there because we're motivated for you to become successful, but we don't take a chunk of you always make that 25 to 35%. And it's not like month at the beginning you make 25 and then you make 35. All it is we used to make 25%, and then Beachbody, because they're transitioning to more digital streaming, their profit margin is higher, and they pass that profit margin of an extra 10% onto us. So that's why there's that, anything that's digital, basically it's that extra 10%. So we're not taking from each other. It's just that in Beachbody's compensation, instead of them absorbing like all of the profits above 25%, they say, okay, we're going to see which of our coaches are building a team and helping continue to pay it forward. And we're going to give them basically like a franchise. I don't know if a franchise fee, that's how I think of it. Like if you were to have, let's say, a Starbucks or like, I don't know, shoe store, whatever, and somebody said, hey, I want to open a shoe store just like yours in the neighboring city. You would train them how to give them all of the materials to do so. But then because basically you were sponsoring them or like helping them do that, you would get like a franchise agreement. I have two franchises. I own them. And let me just tell you, I make way more money from what Beachbody pays me than from what the two franchises that I have I own photo booth businesses. So the two franchise, I make way more money from basically what Beachbody pays me. Do you guys think I explained that like kind of simply, but made sense enough about the team?
Yeah. And we can always, if anybody has any more questions, obviously reach out because we can.
Yeah, we can explain it.
More specifics.
We have that another webinar that you can watch if you're like, I just want to learn more. And it like has slides and it really shows you like how can you, like, how are we going to help you get to six figures? How are coaches that have been in this 7-10 years making $1 million? Like, how the heck will we show you literally the pay stubs and the progression like that? Okay, so we're going to try to wrap this up. The last thing basically is like, here it is. You can either take this information and you can tuck in the back pocket and be like, maybe I'm busy now, but maybe in the future, I don't know. Oh, I'm still scared. Or you can pass it to somebody you know that you think like, this would be really good for you. Please do that. If you know somebody this would be great for, please pass it on to them. Or you can say, you know what? You only live once. These ladies seem like they're happy. Like if they can do it, maybe I could do it. That's the truth. If we can do it, you can do it. And why not grow? Why not do something? Let me tell you, the only way you're going to be successful is if you work hard. That's bottom line. Bottom line. No magic skills. We'll teach you what the magic skills are. Okay. We'll teach you everything we know about social media, about running a business, about helping a team, about all of that. Only way you're going to be successful is if you grow as a person, you learn to love yourself, take care of yourself, and you love others, and you work hard. But if that sounds like, you know what, I want my life to be about that, then the cost to become a coach, you can become a coach for $40. Now, what do you get for $40? You become a coach, basically. It sets up your business. The second way to become a coach, which I've seen people become a coach for $40, but then they don't really move forward because they've never experienced any of the tools that we actually use to help our clients. And so it's like, they're kind of talking about tools that they've never experienced. So that's why I would 100% recommend, if you are serious about coaching, even if you want to just try it out. So even Helen, when she became a coach, she was like, you know what, I'm just going to try a challenge pack because at the very least, I'm going to get even healthier. And so a challenge pack, that's the second way. When you get a challenge pack, you get to be a coach for free. The enrollment is waived. There's no $40 enrollment fee. But in a challenge pack, this is like how we complete the healthy formula. You get 30 days of Shakeology, our superfood smoothie. And there's all type of flavors from strawberry, if you like the fruity, to cafe latte, chocolate, vanilla. So good. Cafe latte, my favorite. You get a full year of Beachbody On Demand, which is the streaming fitness library, everything from HIIT workouts, cardio, slow, heavy weightlifting, Pilates, yoga, country line dancing, hip hop line dancing, not hip hop line dancing.
I thought that would be interesting to see.
Kelly, that's what you're going to go. You're going to go to them with that idea.
It's going to be my new thing.
What you guys think of any? I mean, there's just a lot of variety. Like,
did you already say kickboxing?
Oh my gosh, that's like my favorite. Yes.
So you're certified in.
I'm certified in it. You can actually get certified to teach live classes in a lot of these too. You don't have to. Kickboxing, I love that one. So many things. And so you get a full year of access to everything. So you can kind of try out what you want, talk to your coach, say, what do you think I should start with? And then you just go through the program. So, and then you also get our portion fix system, which is a color coded container system that uses the macro like calculations of eating to help people get their goals. Each program changes up the macro system and the color code containers a little bit. It's already planned. You literally just have to show people where it is and help them follow through. But you get those color coded containers and like the booklet that explains all of that. And it's usually $199 in the US. And in Canada, it's usually $231, but right now it's on sale for $160 in the US, and then in Canada, I think it's like $180-ish. Do either any of you know exactly?
Is it like 187 or something like that?
Yeah, it's like a little bit. There's basically like the conversion, so it's the same for everybody's, country's, conversion rate. But you get all of that, and you become a coach through that. And so from here, all you have to do, if you're like, all right, what the heck? Why not try this? The worst thing that could happen is you take advantage of the 30-day money-back guarantee and you just send it back. Or the worst thing that could happen is you get ridiculously fit and healthy and you decide, I'm not going to be a coach, but I'm just going to maybe experience one of these challenge groups that Helen talked about. That's basically there's no risk. There's no risk at all. So if you're ready to do that, you were invited here by a coach, one of the coaches that are on this coaching collective. Maybe they were on this call. Maybe you're going to hear their story in the next day or two in this event. They'll post their story. Maybe they aren't going to post their story, but you've been talking to them behind the scenes, and they are kind of sharing one-on-one. We work as a team, but you're going to contact the coach that sent you and just say, I want to try this. What the heck? I want to try this. And then they'll set you up. They'll get your email. They'll send you a link for either the challenge pack or just the coach enrollment. After that, they'll introduce you to the rest of our team. They'll tell you about like the UK launch and how that's opening up a new market of 66 million people. They'll get you into our New Coach University, tell you when our New Coach University workshops are. That's basically the next step. I personally, like Kelly said, if she wasn't a coach, she would have no paycheck. Like when she had to make this move. If I had not found coaching 3 years ago when I moved, I had a time where I was paying 2 mortgages because our house back in Florida just could not sell. I would have foreclosed and probably lost both of my homes if it weren't for coaching. And I know all of us have that deep story of if it weren't for coaching, and you'll get to hear those more. Anything else, guys, before we hop off?
I think we covered the majority.
And if you guys have any questions, just put them. You can contact your coach, or you can put them in the chat box, whatever. And one of us will come on in the next couple of days and go through all the questions that you have that we didn't get to. All right. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Bye.
Get good sleep. I'm reading a book on sleep. It's so good for you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. Thank you all.